guys, so we're on our test drive now. Gonna see how this new bilstein suspension holds up. It's nothing expensive, affordable suspension, tein springs with 40mm dropped, so they're not the lowest. Could have probably went 50, but I think 40 is just a little bit safer because I use my car as a daily driver anyway, so I don't want something too low where it compromises where I go, you know what I mean? What's the point? If it was a show car, fair enough, I'd have it, you know, slammed on its ass, fucking rubbing its ass all the way home. But yeah, first thing I can notice already is very connected. Yeah, I know this is not expensive suspension. I've ran tein coilovers on my Type R. They were very firm and bouncy. This feels really decent actually. I know it's only a few gears I've gone through here, but definitely you can feel the difference. You know, there's no sort of wobbly effect. Nice. Very nice. Not bad. Let's take it down a dual carriageway. Put our foot down. Let's see how it goes. You can definitely feel more, I don't know, vibrations, more like the car, you know, it feels a lot more connected. Feels a lot more connected, 100%. You know, it's like having a long string, someone holding a long string at one end and you holding a long string on the other end. When you shorten that string, you can feel it more, if that makes sense. I can see what this thing feels like. Oh. I'm telling you. Man. This thing goes, man. Jesus Christ, man. Nothing better than boost, eh? Boost is like a drug. Oh, perfect. Do you see that? Even that bump, you know, usually you find with suspension that's too soft, it takes longer for a car to settle over a bump. Just felt a lot more, I don't know, it got over it quicker, you know what I mean? It's just, instead of, you know what I mean, if that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining it well, because, but anyway, let's do a bit of a takeoff here, yeah? My God. Clawing down, guys. Clawing down. Just... definitely feels good. Jesus, eh? Feeling hot there. Jeez. Car feels a lot more like it's closer to the road, if that makes sense. A lot more connected. Play with the steering. Yeah, it feels a lot more, I don't know, tight, if that's the right word. I know that's what I've been trying to sort of achieve, make it nice and tight up front. It feels a lot better. This is normal driving. And today is not really the best day because it's starting to sort of drizzle, so hopefully we can get some decent traction. But other than that, I think everything's fitted well, no issues yet, apart from that noise at the front, which I think I know what it is. I think it's the dog bone. So even though I've done a polyurethane bush on the dog bone, I think the other bush which the bolt goes through is probably the culprit. So we shall have to investigate that. But yeah, not too bad, guys. I mean, definitely on the road you can feel it's more sturdier. No noises, even when I turned before, when this video started, no noises. The old Pro Sport suspension or cheap coilover suspension, they always have this, like, I don't know what they call it. I don't know if they call it a follower spring, or I don't know, it's got a funny name, but it's a tiny spring that's below the normal spring. And yeah, I used to get like a funny clanging noise. Let's put our foot down a little bit. Okay. Feels good. I can tell the difference straight away. I don't know if it's because I've not driven the car for quite a while it's been off the road. Not bouncy at all, not uncomfortable, which is a plus really. I do apologize with the sound because I am recording these videos on an iPhone, so they're not going to be the best, but it's the only way I can do it for now. I mean, even there, not too bad. Okay. There's this car in front of me as well, so we should move out the way, which I think they are. Okay. Nice stretch here. Traffic feels good. Right, this is a sort of decent road. Alright, Lord. See, as soon as you put your foot down, it just feels more, how can I say, what's the right word? It feels more confident. The car itself feels confident. You know, when it pulls, it's like, and it's going, you know what I mean? It's not sort of fighting either way, or it feels like it's holding better, to be honest. I don't know if it's just me, I don't know, but what I might try and do is I might try and stop and then take off as well, just to see. Yeah, here's some bends, guys. Second gear takeoff, yeah. That guy was looking at me like I'm nuts. And it sounds good as well after all these updates, so yeah, hope that's concluded that sort of windy road. I know I couldn't really put my foot down, but I think I've got some decent enough footage to show and explain, you know, that it is definitely a lot better than that cheap stuff, cheap suspension. You'd rather get a standard sort of McPherson suspension that's just made by a decent company, especially in the sport version as well. I think it's really good. Let me know if any of you guys have the suspension. You can maybe shed some light on your experience on it. So, but yeah, not bad. Alright guys, so the next test will be normal driving. So just, you know, in the residentials. You know, making sure speed bumps. And over bumps. Yeah, you can feel it's firm and solid. No messing about. You know what I like is when you're going over just a normal, like semi-bumpy road, you don't feel it as much. Okay, over the humps, yes, you can feel you got firm suspension, like sort of, but it's like with my Type R, when I had my tin coilovers on there, it was like when you were just on a normal road, you were like this, you know what I mean? So this is not like that. It's sort of normal, nearly, but you can feel it's tight. And when you approach a corner and, you know, turn it in fast, it bites better, you know what I mean? So definitely gets the power down better. Nice. We're taking off from junctions. You need that agility, you know what I mean? You need to be agile, you know, just come out the gate quick. Yeah. So hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I'm sure you probably laughed at my funny faces I make when I put my foot down. I never realized I do such stupid things anyway. Yeah, so what can we take from this video? What was the final verdict? So I was very impressed with the bilstein B4s, with those tin springs. It just, I don't know, the setup, the cost, everything. Even, you know, I've been using the car for, you know, a little while, and everything's much better than the cheap coilovers. So the only verdict I can sort of come up to or make is the bilstein B4s are way better than cheap coilovers. They do cost a little bit more, but they'll outlive them, last longer. They're not adjustable, so obviously get the right spring that you want and build your car from there. And that's about it really that I can say. There's nothing much more. The cheap coilovers will never last long. They're always going to rust up, even if you treat them well, you know, with some sort of, I don't know, grease or Vaseline or whatever people use on them. They're just not, as I said, mine after 900 miles I had issues. The rear started bumping like something was loose. It would just go cook, 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 cook. So, you know, 900 miles in. So I don't know if it was just the ones I got in particular that were rubbish, but would I ever buy them again? No, I probably wouldn't. I'd stick to a McPherson setup with a lowering spring, and if I had the money and I could afford the expensive coilovers and I was going to be tracking the car and all that, then I'd probably put them on, you know, the expensive ones. So yeah, that's the main verdict. Are cheap coilovers any good? No, they're not. That's my contribution to that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the whole video. If you have any ideas or any questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll keep making more videos. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I can say. Subscribe, like, share, and until next time, take it easy.